And the next match had upside and downside. It was a Quattros match. Not the trios, but the Quattros. The Guns and Gin and Juice, Bullet Club Gold against the Buckaroos and FTR. And again, they're trying to create some story between the Buckaroos and FTR. Will they get along? Well, they kind of did, but maybe they won't next time. This was the wrong place for it. You've got heels that are charismatic here in the Guns and Gin and Juice. People, especially, I think, like Juice. And then the people love FTR, but this was the two people on the roster, besides Tony Khan himself, the two people on the roster that the fans decided were the reason why they weren't seeing CM Punk was the fucking Cucamonga Kids, rightfully so. And so FTR got big cheers, and the Buckaroos got booed out of the building, not only on their entrance, but when they would get in the ring, it didn't matter what was going on. The people, until they pretty much got fucking smart to it and quit getting in the ring by themselves, there was always somebody else. But whenever the Bucks were in the ring, just steady boos, loud, just fuck you. And I don't blame them, honestly, besides the whole Punk thing. Half of this match could have been a rematch of the best tag team match ever held, and they put 4 more guys in to get in the way of that. And the Guns worked their ass off, so they fit too, but the Buckaroos didn't fit visually, athletically, and the people didn't want to fucking see them. And them standing next to FTR looks like bring your kids to work day. The people have seen through them now, but they had to have their referee. The Corpse referee was involved in this because they have to have this guy because he lets them do whatever they want. They were controlled as much as they could be because FTR and either the Guns or Gin and Juice, they do great wrestling and great spots, and there would be something good going on. And then the Buckaroos got in to do the sloppy gymnastics, and the crowd booed them like they were Dominic Mysterio. And then it would continue like that, back and forth. And they tried at some points to do the deal where the partners switch, where Maddie would help Dax with the big rig, or Cash would help one of the Buckaroos with something or whatever. But the fans booed Little Nicky's comeback. And the whole comeback was the Buckaroos' ridiculous choreographed tumbling, concluding with Nick doing his backflip off the apron that he's done in every match he's had since 2006, and went straight over the top of Juice Robinson, missed every goddamn bit of him. So I liked a lot of this, but then it degenerated at the end with the Bucks involved again to what usually happens with their matches. It didn't make sense. There was a big 8-way schmoz going on, and then suddenly you looked around and there was Dax and Jay alone in the ring trading chops. And then finally, out of nowhere, Jay hit his finish on Cash, and Colton pinned him 1, 2, 3. So FTR do another job, but it was good action whenever the Lollipop Guild wasn't involved, but you couldn't get a flow going. That's what I saw. What'd you see?
This was not good to me. It was not a match you want to see from FTR. I hate the shit, and this is a Bucks thing. Although I'm sure FTR were happy to go along with it. Everyone does the same move at the same time. Guys who don't traditionally do the other guy's finishers all of a sudden are just ready to do it. Guys who don't team up with each other are ready to do the moves together.
Yeah.
I hate it. It's just lame. And, Omega got a big reaction, and he's treated like a big star.
How did he not get any of this on him with that crowd, even in Chicago?
That's what I'm saying. We've talked about the Bucks don't mean today what they used to mean. I always say when they're attached to Omega, they're safe. There was a reason why it was like, we'll only go to the WWE if we all sign together. Yeah, there's a reason for that. But when they're on their own, we've all seen everything they do.
The cocky little slappable faces that they make just makes you want to go for them, doesn't it?
It would work if they used that to be effective heels, which they didn't. And now they're ineffective baby faces because they're teaming up with the babyface tag team against the heels. And they don't come across well as baby faces. They've had horrible character development, obviously based on their crappy YouTube show. They have very poor standards or sensibilities when it comes to entertainment or comedy or just trying to do any acting. So no, it shouldn't be any surprise. Omega doesn't get it on him. Even Adam Page gets less of it on him than the Bucks. And also people know, I think the general AEW fan wants to close their eyes and think Adam Page really would get a beer with him. Kenny Omega really would sit down and play some video games with him. I think even they know, yeah, the Young Bucks are kind of fucking dicks.